case anybody wants to go back. Okay, so this is going to be super informal. It's not like our typical like team call nights. I kind of want to recap and like touch on the big kind of highlights overview of everything that you learned in the new coach training, but like stop me as I go. Taylor, Shay, like interject like as I'm going as well. And let's just make this super casual and formal. And then Logan messaged me a couple questions, and then at the end we can just like do questions, chit chat about some stuff, and get you guys off to a good start. So the new coach training, that's just meant to be like a foundation of basically everything that I would have wanted to know as a new coach coming in. Everything to kind of get you set up to take action. And that's like what I want you guys to keep in mind is just like, I got to take action now. Like I have the foundation laid. I don't need to overthink this. I don't need to have all the answers. I just need to take action. And so we're going to kind of talk about what that looks like. But first and foremost, you guys, I want you to always, always remember that your first focus is on yourself. It's on yourself and your journey. And the second you start to lose sight of that, and the second that you start to lose passion in that, you'll feel it in your business. I've done it before. I have coaches right now that are going through it, because we always have to lead with this opportunity. And I know that, some of you guys are brand new to starting like these programs, and you're like, I don't even know these programs. I'm not even obsessed with them. So take your time, like enjoy the programs, enjoy the new workout routines, enjoy the new nutrition guides, enjoy, being in personal development, and like have like that open mind, because the more like focus that you are like becoming obsessed with your journey, loving every single second of it, having fun with it, it's going to be so easy and so natural to pay it forward. And if you ever like lose sight of anything, or you ever feel like things are off, like do like a quick self-reflection on yourself and be like, okay, what program am I doing? Do I love it? What personal development am I reading? Is it serving me? Am I sticking to a nutrition plan? Because like this business won't survive if you're not, and I know it sounds cheesy, like filling your cup first. So do you guys want to chime in? Shay, Taylor, anything on that at all? You guys don't have to. I'm not going to put you guys on weird spots tonight.
I would agree with that. Carly and I talked for like an hour when she first signed up, and we were just kind of talking, and I like kind of walked her through like what my first 3 months were like. And I was telling her like the first month I was super like high off of the motivation. Like I just loved everything. Like I was super into my personal development. I loved the workouts. I saw like super instant results from them, and I hit Success Club the first month. And then February came around, and it was my birthday, and then it was like Valentine's Day, and then it was whatever. Like I just kind of let my nutrition go. I let the personal development go. Like it was a fun month, but it was also like definitely me not sticking to like taking care of myself. And like I felt like I totally felt that. So I feel like I can definitely like agree, and like I have felt that difference in when like my focus is on me and taking care of myself, and when I'm not focused on taking care of myself. Like it's definitely a real thing.
And yeah, and like even if you're not like enjoying, like if you're not enjoying your workout program, like I don't care if you're in week 3 of it, switch it up. Like that's why we have all these workout programs, because even if you're just like trying to trek along and you're trying to invite and you're still like trying, but you're not like in love with like whatever you're doing, and like you're not like taking care of you first, I guarantee you on the other end of that invite that you make, or that conversation that you're having, that person feels those vibes. Like you just give off that kind of vibe, even though you don't even mean to. So that's why we always say like focus on yourself first. And like I love these workout programs. I just made Fixate turkey meatballs. If you guys haven't made them, make them. They're from the original Fixate. So good. John could have just eaten the entire like pan. I'm like, yes, like, because I've been really bad with my nutrition, and I just like I stuck to my meal plan all day today, and I feel like I'm on a high, like I can't wait to go invite. Like, you know, I'm just like, you know, you like get feeling yourself. And so that's like how you should want to feel all the time. And that's like what this whole process is. It's just feeling yourself and then paying it forward.
No, and I definitely agree. Like with so what I was doing once was I started 80 day, and then I was so motivated to do it, but then it just like it didn't fit into my schedule because they are longer workouts, and it was just too much of a commitment. But the thing is like you have access to all those workouts. So it was like, oh well, I'm just gonna do 21 Day Fix, and I love 21 Day Fix. Like I love it so much, and it's one of my favorite programs. And then also for like people that are super busy like me, what's it called? Transfer in 20.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. So
And
really
like,
you can tell like, if you like your program.
Yeah. And I'm not saying like I want you to like hop around like the second like that you have a bad day and like be like, oh, it's a program, like I don't like it. Like I don't want you to think that I'm saying that either, because it speaks volumes when you are publicly committing yourself to a program, and then you show up every single day consistently. People are watching you, especially as new coaches, because like you might have some friends and family who like are like, what are you doing? Because like people just say that and people are judgmental and they suck. But like they're going to be watching you. But there are also going to be those people who are like, oh, well, if she can do it, I can do it. And you see like your 8-week program through, you see your 6-week program through, like whatever it is, and you come out with a physical transformation, with a mental transformation, any sort of like, you're going to go through something from finishing a program from start to finish. Like Shay said, like she was like on this high from doing 21 Day Fix, and that like it speaks volumes. So I'm not saying like jump around from program to program, but don't ever be afraid. Like if it's not serving you at one point in your life, like move on and pick something else. So from there, like your next focus is obviously going to be to share that. So you need to be growing your social media. And as I said this, like in the training video, it is the most unsexy part of this business. Like nobody wants to sit there. I got home from work today and honestly, I set a timer on my phone for 15 minutes and I just went down a rabbit hole. Cute girl. She just got married. So I clicked on like who's liking her picture, who's commenting on her picture, and I'm just going down the rabbit hole and I'm following and following and following. I'm liking posts, I'm commenting. If they have stories and they're public, I'm watching their stories. I'm trying to comment on their stories. 15-minute timer went off. Boom, I'm done. It's not an income producing activity. Like it's not, but it does still drive your business forward because you need new eyes on your page. Okay. So that has to be a vital part of like your work process. When, you know, you want to go to share it, you've got to also grow and engage. So I went through like a phase, and I really want to touch on this because I was like just going through and I was inviting. And I started missing like the engagement portion. I stopped liking people's posts. I stopped commenting on people's posts. I stopped engaging with like their stories and their feed. And now that I've restarted it back up, I've seen a huge jump in who's watching my stories. I see a whole different feed. There's this Instagram chick, that sounds bad. There's this like, she helps people grow their Instagrams, and she's like our age, and I follow her on Instagram, and she's got really great tips. And she was like, one day, like when you're engaging, go all the way to your end of people's stories, because the end, like if you swipe through all the way, those are the people who you don't engage with. So if you start engaging with them, it's going to push your stuff to the top of theirs, because Instagram algorithms thinks that you guys are friends. So it starts pushing your content forward to them because you're engaging with their posting as well. And I've completely seen a huge difference. I've had like between 700 and 900 views on my Instagram stories. And since I've been doing this, I've had over 1,100. Like it's just been insane, like the amount of people who are viewing my stories. So don't miss that engaging part. But like my grow and engage, I did that for 15 minutes. I set my timer today and that was it. And now tonight you have to invite. Like inviting is just, you have to invite. So I put a little blurb in the team page today about like a marketing plan. And I don't want you to get like super tripped up on like those wordings, but you should just like have like a focus. And, you know, as a new coach, you're talking about this brand new program that you're doing, which is so natural. So your like invites are going to be to like the boot camp opportunity, the virtual gym, the, hey, like, do you want to join me? That's totally normal for like, you know, your first couple even months for your invites to be like solely on the boot camp opportunity. If you feel like the coaching opportunity, like it's pulling at you and there's this girl and you really want to invite her, by all means, like do it. I just find that it's more natural to invite to the boot camp opportunity right now as a new coach. Any questions so far or anything that you guys want to add in?
So Janine, you said, okay, with the Instagram, I just want to make sure it's like clear. You click through all of their stories. Is that what you're saying? Instead of like swiping through?
So like, here's like my Instagram, like homepage right now.
Okay.
And at the top are people's stories.
Okay.
So right up here, like these are all the people who I engage with. Like Taylor, you're the first person on there because you and I engage with each other. So instead of clicking on you, I'm just going to start scrolling till I get to the end of people's stories that I haven't watched, and I'm going to start there. I'm going to work backwards.
Okay. That's really good. That's really nice. Okay.
Yeah. I will send you guys a screenshot of this Instagram guru girl. She's also running like this free like Instagram growth training, and it's a group on Facebook. And so I was like, I'll join it. And so she sends me some newsletters, and I learned how to do rainbow text on Instagram from her. And I'm like, dude, this is cool. Yeah. It's hard. It's actually really hard to do. But I'm trying it. So
Wait, Janine, quick question.
Yeah.
When you scroll all the way to the right, and are you just looking at their stuff, or are you actually like responding in their stories?
I'm trying to comment on something.
Okay.
Like today
in their story.
Like, yeah. So somebody on their story today, like put an acai bowl. And so like, I just commented like yum, like with an emoji.
Okay.
Or somebody posted a picture of like on their story, them outside of the pool. And I'm like super jealous. Weather here in Michigan sucks. Like any way to either get them to respond, but like the fact that I messaged them, that's going to push my post more towards the top of their stuff too.
Yeah. Okay.
It's better too, because like I've noticed with my girls that I've invited to, sometimes just starting that like first conversation instead of being like, hey, you want to join my boot camp? You know, like where they're like more wanting to, like they feel like they need.
And they might not even be watching your stories. And then if you're going and one day see and you're like, oh, well, I commented on one of their stories, they can for sure get an invite now. So it's just a really good organic way. So, you know, we can dive into like all like the details and all like the nitty gritty, and you'll hear like all these buzzwords, but you guys, this business is so simple. Like when it boils down to it, you are falling in love with a program and following it, and then you're getting people to join you. And that's like, it doesn't need to be fancy. Like you don't need to overcomplicate this. And this is later in here, but like, this is a learn as you go, like a learn as you grow thing. And I think like where coaches start to get like overwhelmed is because like they're starting to complicate and have like all these questions. Just like, no, just like focus on what you can control. And that is you and what you're doing. And then inviting people to join you. You can't control if somebody says no. You want people to say no because they're the people who you're going to invite later on. Okay. So you want people to ghost you. And I'm actually going to do a Business Tip Tuesday live tomorrow in our team page about follow-ups. I'm going to start doing Business Tip Tuesdays. But I want you guys to keep this in your head. Like, just don't overcomplicate it. It's super simple. Like, this job is meant to be fun. Like, you get to make virtual friends. Like, look at all of us right now. Like, hang out on a Monday night together. We were all like joking and laughing before the call got started. Like, this is awesome. And how like special that this opportunity like pulled all of us together. And so if you like share like with your heart, like I think you guys can feel like I'm so happy right now, like that we're all hanging out together. And that's how like I truly want to invite to the boot camp. Like I love it so much, and I would love for you to join me. And let's do this together. Like, I'm no different than you. I'm still working on myself. I still love eating peanut butter out of the jar. Like, let's go. So don't overcomplicate it. So social media tips, just briefly, remember, share more than just your workouts and your shake. Try to share that daily. Okay. Try to be consistent with that, but also share more of your life. That's why I had you guys do that color wheel. Okay. To give you guys reminders. I love to cook. So I showed me cooking in the kitchen today. Shay crushed showing a meal prep Sunday once and her following loved that. Anywhere that you can add like little tips and little value, like 100% do that. I know Taylor, I think you were watching the nutrition videos and you were like posting some of like your learning from that. And it doesn't have to just be like nutrition, you guys. Like for me, like I posted today about a teaching book that I really am loving right now in this crazy phase of first grade. What are you doing? Sorry, my husband is making a lot of noise. I don't know if you guys can hear that. So consistency is key though. Like you guys got to show up every day. And I'm going to be completely honest with you. Like I think that's the hardest part if you're not used to doing it. Because for me, like when I scroll back to before I became a coach, never had a solo picture of myself, never took a selfie. Instagram stories didn't exist when I started. And that was just like shy of 2.5 years ago. And then they came out like right when I started. I'm like, everyone's going to stay on Snapchat. This is dumb. And of course, like look at like where we are now. So like, I think one of my like superpowers is that I'm consistent. Like I show up every single day. Even when I had the stomach flu, I was still posting on my Instagram stories, because here's the thing. If somebody doesn't read my message for 2 or 3 days and then they click on my profile and there's A, nothing on my story, B, nothing talking on my story about my workouts or showing them, C, I haven't posted in 5 days. If that were me looking at that profile, I'd be turned off. I wouldn't want to respond. I would ghost that person. So I want you to think like, what would attract you and show up that way? Why do you watch certain people's stories? You watch them for entertainment. You watch them because they're relatable. And that's all that you guys have to do. Try it. It's uncomfortable at first. I used to say a lot more than I do. I still do say John calls me out on it. My mom calls me out on touching my hair too much in my story. Like it's always a work in process, like a work in progress. So just know like it's never going to be perfect, but you just have to start somewhere. And you guys, Instagram's fun. Like today I couldn't figure out how to get a freaking jar open. I went on my Instagram stories. You guys, I had like 7 people message me different ways to get a jar open. And somebody sent me a video back showing them sticking a knife underneath one of their jars. Like I just told this to John. I'm like, what a time to be alive. Like what in the world? Like how do we live in this world? So just like embrace it. Just have fun with it. There's going to be people who judge you. My best friends are not really my best friends anymore because they don't like that I share my life on social media. That's okay. They don't pay my bills and they're not in charge of my happiness. This makes me very happy. And so I'm going to keep doing it. So just know that there are going to be those judgmental people in your life, maybe some that you don't expect. I know that Shay's, and I hope that you're okay with me saying this, her boyfriend struggled a little bit with her and doing this. And, you know, I think if you just lead with passion, if you lead with heart, and if you have fun with this, it's all going to come in time. Any social media tips, Shay, Taylor?
So the thing about my boyfriend is we still get in arguments about it. Like I was actually a little bit more like quiet on my stories the past couple of days because we got in an argument over it. But, and I think it's a work in progress, and it's been good for me because it's like made me think about like the importance of everything, I guess. Like to me, having those arguments with him is worth it to keep going through with it. Like I had to take a step back kind of and be like, how important, like, is this worth the judgment? Like, is it worth having hard conversations with him? And like, it is for me. But then at the same time, what I have noticed about him is that he has gotten more active because of it. So I think like sometimes a lot of the time, I think people don't get it. Like there will be those people in your life who do and who support you no matter what you do. Like I have awesome friends like that as well. But like at the same time, there are going to be those people in your life who judge you. But like, I think from my point of view, I think that it's kind of growing on him. And I think that there is some good that's coming from the like bad, I guess. Like you could perceive that as like a bad thing to have him being judgmental. But I think like if you flip the script around, you can see some good in it, I guess, if that makes sense.
And I love everything that you just said because like there are like some hidden golden things that he probably doesn't even realize that he's doing this because of you, and in the future he will. And I'm going to say something, and you guys, if you have like a spouse, boyfriend, when you start actually like making money, they come way more on board. I mean, I'm like one of like not the norm. Like John has been like, do it. Like, this is awesome. I think this is great. I think that you should do it. He's always supported me 100%. But like when I get paid, you better believe every single Thursday he is texting me like, babe, you crushed this week, or slow week. Like he is, because I mean, he's my finance guy. He studied finance. But when you start like making the money, they're like, okay, you do you. Like, this is actually a thing. So it's almost like proof.
No, okay, so I remember, I don't even remember. I started coaching in January. It was like a few weeks, maybe like a week or so after. I posted on my story. Janine, do you remember this? When people said something to me, do you remember that?
Oh my God, yeah, that was awful.
It was terrorizing to me. I was like so upset because I went out in my stories, and this is maybe like the first few times I did that, and then everyone started commenting how I was doing my makeup wrong. Like everyone, well, not like everyone, that's maybe like 3 people, but like to me that was like so upsetting. And one of them was my cousin, who now like is so like, oh, I want to join Shakeology. Like she's one of the people that's like, oh, it's so expensive, you know, whatever. But now like she's so into it because I show up and I keep talking about it, and I'm doing it for me, you know. Like Janine said, like these people aren't paying your bills. They're not making you live a better life, you know. Really, for me, like the personal development and doing like consistent behaviors with that and just showing up for myself is what gets you by. So if someone's going to come at me, it's probably because they want something that they can be passionate about as well, and they're just struggling with that. But
I love that you just said that. And like like you've grown so much, because I know how hard that was for you. And you guys, like, that's like why we have a team, because we need to lean on each other. And like Taylor like leaned on me, and she's like, this is so hard, like this is so upsetting. And like look at her now, she's like, okay, the haters like now want to join me, like this is awesome. Where a couple months ago, you know, because this is so brand new, so I want you guys to lean into us and to lean in the support and the team, because it does get hard. Like this is a business. And if you have the mindset of, you know, I'm going to give it a year and see what I can get out of this and try my very best and give it my all. There are going to be ups and downs. There's still ups and downs. But it's worth it. And you're going to change so much. And I love like the person that I've become because of this. Like I never used to be like this. I never used to, you know, have confidence to lead these sort of things. And it's a story for another time. We'll keep going. Okay, briefly, business activity tracker. That was in the training. It's also in our team page. That should be your best friend. Because I've been doing this business for a while, I don't necessarily need it because I've built up like the habits. But you guys, you should print it out. You should print out a couple, and you should, like, if you don't know where to start, that's your tracker. Like you start on that tracker and just start ticking the boxes. Just keep going. Because this business, as I mentioned, it can get hard, and you can start to feel like it's all on you, and people are saying no because you're a new coach and you don't know what you're talking about. Oh, and you must just not be good. And you get so in your head. Okay. That happens. Okay. That's where you lean into personal development. That's when you lean into us. But you guys, the business activity tracker has everything on it that you can control in your business. Everything that you can control in your business is on that tracker. So at the end of the day, you can put it away and said, I did everything in my power. You control the controllable. You can't control if people join you. You can't control if people quit. You can't control if you sign your first client and you never hear from them again and they're not super active. Like, you can do all the right things, but you can't control other people and their actions and their thoughts. So if you just stay on that tracker, like, you will see success if you're consistent with it. Like, consistency is a huge thing in this business, with showing up for yourself, showing up on social media, showing up for your business. As long as it's consistent, you're going to see this compound effect happening. And you might not feel like you're getting anywhere. Okay. And like every day, like you're pulling like a little pebble into your pile. Like okay, I'm checking the business activity checker. There's my Pebble. There's my Pebble. Every single day you're like, shit, like this isn't getting anywhere. And like you're looking and you're like, is anybody like doing anything? Am I just here alone? And then, you know, a month, 2 months, 3 months, you look back, and if you've been consistently pulling a pebble into your pile every single day, think about how big that pile is going to be. Like it's going to be massive. And so that's the idea that I want you guys to have with consistency with this. It's so, so powerful. All right, last slide, and then we can just chat. This business is yours, you guys. It can be whatever you want it to be. Hobby, part-time, you want to freaking rock and roll and hustle your patootie off because you love it and like you're like, this is awesome, I want to do this. It can be whatever you want it to be. Our team is in a transition mode where, you know, we've got some people who have been in the business for a long time, and so that we're pushing for some big goals this year in our business. So yes, like we're looking for hustlers, we're looking for movers, we're looking for shakers, but at the same time, this business is yours and it's exactly what you want it to be. You want to build slow, you want to do it on the side, great. I would set some goals for yourself. You know, how many people do you want to help, or how much money do you want to make in a month? And then start to think about like what that really looks like, because you know, what drew me into this opportunity was making some extra money and my own personal fitness. I really didn't have a routine. Okay. Now, like it has just grown. And so it'll change over time, but don't compare yourself to anybody else's journey. We are all at different places. We all have different goals. We all do things differently. Like, if you don't like the way that something's run, that's great, because like you can run it exactly how you want to run it. Stay in your lane, keep your blinders on, and just say like, this is why I'm doing this. You know, you filled out your why. That's super important. So stick with that, and just know that if you see, you know, me, you know, pushing, like I know Shay is pushing for a really big goal in a couple weeks. You see me and Shay like on these calls and doing our thing, and you're like, what the heck? Why am I not doing that? Why am I not there? Like, no, like don't compare. Like everybody is on like a different path and a different roadmap, and that's perfectly fine. And we're here to meet you like wherever you are and wherever you want to take this. And again, that can change and that can evolve over time, and that's really cool. Remember, just take action. You guys have like all the foundations. You know what to do. Like really, you guys know exactly what to do. You have the foundations. So just go and take action. Like you just got to start. And I don't want fear to paralyze you of like what people are going to think. I'm not going to be good at this, because you're going to learn as you go. You're going to learn as you grow. You're going to get better. Like it's all going to happen. It's all going to fall into place, and you guys are going to be amazing. And worst case scenario, you wind up as a regular client and one of our boot campers, still loving the boot camps and loving the community. Like, I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. So that's all I have for slides for kind of recapping. We can open it up to questions. I do have Logan's questions pulled up on my phone too, but before I dive in there, any initial thoughts? Did I scare the shit out of you? Am I just blabbing too much? How do you feel?
I would say like, I don't think I really started feeling comfortable with everything until like this month. It all started in December. So, and I think like everyone's learning curve is going to be different. Like maybe you jump right into this and feel awesome, or like maybe you need a little bit more time to warm up. But I think it took, like Janine says, give it a year. For me, it took like the first 2 months to even feel comfortable. So I don't think there's like a one fits all thing, but I think
it's crazy that you say that, because like you just like you jumped in and you were trying it. And I think it's just a matter of like fitting some puzzle pieces together, you know?
No, yeah, exactly. I totally agree with what you guys are saying, because it really is like, okay, how is this going to fit into your life? Because that's the whole thing. Like, you don't want to compare yourself. Like, my life is completely different from Janine's. My life is completely different from Logan's. Like, how is your personality going to show what you love? That's different for everyone. So sometimes it's really hard to feel that right away. So don't put pressure on yourself, like in these next few months or just this month. Really just kind of see what you can do.
Yeah, and like talking about like different personalities, like that's why we grow our team because yes, we are so different. And if our mission is to help people and to help them, fall in love with getting healthy the right way, to have them fall in love with a community because that's so lacking. People feel so alone and to make them feel these things like however you want to help somebody, like it's so cool that like we've all teamed up and we're all so different because we're going to reach so many different people because that's the goal. We want to help as many people as we can. All right, I'm pulling up Logan's questions. I can get kind of soapboxy because, and I never used to be like this, but like I love this company so much. And on Sunday, I hung out with the CEO and like got like a private like small group session with him, and I'm just like, this is the best company ever. Like it's not like the crappy like wraps where you like rap and lose 15 pounds in an hour. Like it's just like let's get healthy the right way. Okay, how to take a video on your screen. Okay, there's an app. It's called like Screen Recorder. What's that?
I feel like it's really helpful to, you did it for me, Janine. You showed me like your phone screen of Beachbody when I was like contemplating on joining. And that was really helpful to see like how it works. So
there's another way that you don't have to download, right?
It's just in your, wait, let me see.
I downloaded an app and then but I don't know if I have like the right iPhone to do it because it's kind of old.
So I just got the 10. So for the 10, you drag the corner down and then there's the little recorder thing.
Yeah.
And then it'll record it. So you have like a recording thing like already programmed on your phone.
I have the 7, so I don't know if that'll work.
So I didn't have that. I had to download the Screen Recorder app.
Okay, sounds good.
I have the 7, and it just you pull.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So if you
pull, which one is
it?
Out of these ones, it's like.
Yeah, and so. Oh, you don't have it. Okay,
so
Oh, I don't. Darn.
I would download it.
Okay.
I used the app, and I have really a hard time with like recording my workouts and like cropping them, and I am like struggle bus with that. So if you have any questions, I can help you with propping your phone up and recording them and screenshots.
Worst case scenario on Instagram, when you slide over to the hands-free option, if you hold it down, it gives you a 3, 2, 1 countdown.
Yeah,
So a lot of the times if you just see me like talking like with my hands, it's because I prop my phone up, I hold down the hands-free, and then I'm just like back and talking. So like for your workouts, if you are like struggling to crop your videos and get them to work, like worst case scenario, just do your whole workout. At the end, pick like your top 2 moves and hit the hands-free button and just go set up and go do them. But like, again, don't overcomplicate it. I started playing around with apps for like my videos like a year into the business. So what if somebody ghosts you, doesn't respond after the first message? What are the next steps? So I put people into like my tracking system when they respond to me. If they ghost me, I don't do anything. And I'm going to talk about this tomorrow on my Business Tip Tuesday for follow-ups. But if I see that I've invited them, like if I'm inviting who's watching my stories and I click, let's say on you, Logan, and I click on you and I messaged you a month ago and you saw it and you didn't respond and you're still watching my stories, you get another invite. I'll just switch up the wording. I'm going to invite you. You're still watching me. There's no reason. I might even send you a voice message. And keep in mind too, like some people open up messages and they forget to respond. Like, I mean, think about it. We do that all the time, like with text messages to our friends and stuff. So it's natural. So, don't automatically think that they hate you. I have been following up with people like every 3 weeks. If they respond to me and then ghost me and they're in like my tracking system, it's like a once a month. I'll follow up with them. And if by like time 7, and yes, I've gotten to like time 7 with somebody, I'm like, looks like we couldn't connect. And like if they kept ghosting me and like we're like having a conversation, seems like we really couldn't connect. You know where to find me. Good luck. And then I like completely stop. But don't stop until you hit 7. Like that's like the rule. It's kind of crazy, which I really haven't shared much on follow-up. So that's why I'm going to do a quick business tip Tuesday tomorrow on it. And then you asked a question on the business activity tracker, which I need to pull it up to actually like look at it.
Yeah, it's kind of confusing. Basically, I was trying to check off what I've done, and I couldn't tell if, like, the second one under 2, it says do a social media post. Is that saying like a physical post, or do you want to, like, is it okay if we do like a story? You know what I mean? I guess I just wanted to make sure I was.
Okay, yeah. So connect, invite, follow up, initiate connections and add followers. We already talked about that. Do a social media post, any post.
Okay.
That can be any post. The second part that benefits your healthy lifestyle or has a call to action, that can be on your story. A call to action is just like, hey, you want to join me too? Or like putting a poll up. And then, so I will do like, I'll make sure that I have like some healthy like lifestyle posts scattered in like with my feed. Like tonight I'm going to post like a picture from the gym today. But I make sure to not always do that again, because like you want to showcase more. So good question. It doesn't have to be every day that you do that or every post. May challenge group. So I am going to be inviting to the May group starting on Monday. Let me look at my calendar, because this week, and I'm sure if you guys read my marketing plan thing, because Shay and I are running a coaching info session on Friday. Yes, thank you. On Friday. And so we are going to be talking about coaching all week. Like you're going to see us doing that. What I would do, because you guys are brand new and you're sharing, you know, this new journey, be inviting to, you know, our virtual gym. I wouldn't start talking about the May one until next week, but if somebody's interested, pop them into the April one. They can get popped right in. So don't feel like you have to wait. I enroll people all month long, but I talk like I'm enrolling people like the last week of the month and the first week of the month. Like, oh, I'm opening up my May group. Oh, my May group opened this week. Make sure that you snag your spot. And so I'll do like some heavy language like that, but I still talk about it with people and enroll people all month long. So it will kick off. We're going to do like some prep days on May 1st. So we'll do like a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday of like prep days. And then everybody will kick off on like a program if they're going to be starting a new program on May 6th. Monday, May 6th will be like the official like launch date.
I think I was using that more so as like, because I have, I think, 2 girls who were like getting back to me. So I wanted to use that as kind of like, well, let's just start this day kind of. So to get them like, moving in a way.
So what I do if like somebody gets enrolled mid-month, like right now, in their welcome email that I send them, and I can always send you guys, Carly, there are 2 of you right now. That's really tripping me out. It's kind of funny. I will put in their email, I know that you're joining mid-month. Feel free to join in. I'll give them some recommendations of either programs that they could test until May 6th, or I'll say, if you're eager to jump right in now, here are the programs that I recommend. And then I'll say, you will always have access to our monthly groups. So in May, be on the lookout at the beginning of the month for some prep materials, and that will be great for you to learn even more. And I just kind of word it as that. And usually, you know, it's like a no-brainer. And I always offer with new clients to hop on a quick phone call with me. I put that at the end of my welcome email to them. I would say 25% of them actually set up a call with me. But when they do, I can like walk them through Beachbody On Demand, whatever. So it's never like an issue if they're joining mid-month. I'm going to pull up your question.
I guess you kind of already answered that last one. Like, what should we be doing now in the slides?
Yes. Okay. Questions before I dive into one of Logan's questions about a controlled account. Overall questions about anything? You guys, I know, Carly, you've been posting. Erin, are you getting ready to make your post?
Yeah, I'll do it tonight.
Honestly, when I
videos, but I don't think I'm in any of the videos. You can only see like a small portion of me. So maybe no workout videos tonight.
That's so funny. No, I saw your workout space. You can definitely like even like post it in like the team page, like whenever you make your post so that we can all like go and like love on it. When I first made my post, I left my phone at home and I went to the grocery store. I like pressed post and I was like, I'm out. I just can't. And it was so bad, you guys. Like, whatever you do, don't take a picture holding your bag of Shakeology. Whatever you do, don't do that. That used to be the thing back in the day. There's definitely a picture of me holding a bag of Shakeology. There's definitely a boomerang of me punching the phone with a weight. Like, it was just a mess. It's nasty. My social media sucked at the beginning. Scroll down. I swear. I didn't even like showing my face. You'll see pictures from like the nose down. I'm like, oh, here's my teeth. I'm here. I'm telling you, it was terrible.
It's funny how things can change so much, because I remember posting my first workout video and being like, oh my God, I hate this. Like, I feel so uncomfortable. Like, I am just criticizing everything about this picture. And now I don't even care. I don't think about it. I think the most thought I really put into it is like what music I'm feeling with the background. But it's just funny how quickly things can
and
change.
No one even notices like those little things except for you. Like, truly.
Or like with your stories, like I used to go back and listen to myself, and now I'm just like, I'm just gonna post it and then go along with my day.
Yeah.
That's like the real you, you know.
Mhm.
I want to see that.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so if you guys, and maybe you have not watched this, but at the very end of the training was just talking about hitting your first ranks in your business. And your first rank is going to be an Emerald coach. So Emerald is you and 2 coaches underneath you. And I don't want you to think like they have to be active business building coaches, because Carly is already halfway to Emerald because she signed up a discount coach. So she got her first client set up with getting discounts. So she's halfway to Emerald. All she needs is another discount coach or just a coach underneath her. And when I say discount coach, I mean getting enrolled with a coaching membership purely to reap the benefits of the 25% off. I offer that to everybody as they get checked out. What Shay is doing right now, because she's looking to hit diamond in her business, is she's not offering it. She's signing everybody out as a coach, and she's telling them that she's going to check back in with them before their next order ships to see if they want to stay as a discount coach or if they would like to switch to a regular customer. And here's why. It A, helps your rank. And B, if the people are loving it, they're going to want to stay. If they're loving their products, they're going to want to stay on the Shakeology. And it's the same price for them to get set up. Like, there's no difference. So it's just kind of like some strategy, like when you actually start looking at that. And the reason that you want to hit Emerald sooner rather than later is if you don't want to just work for commission. And you might be like very like rank driven and like you get a lot of shout outs, you get a lot of love. But as of right now, if you are a coach, you are only working off of commission. So once you hit Emerald, you start cycling through your entire team's volume. I'm going to say a lot of words. I'm not going to just keep it super simple. So you probably have people underneath you in the business from us. Okay, from me, from your coach. And the second that you hit Emerald, you start team cycle bonus and you get team cycle bonuses. So you start making money from all those people underneath you who are creating volume. You only get that if you are an Emerald coach. So you might not sell a single challenge pack for an entire week. So you might have your commission at 0, but if you're an Emerald coach, you could have $30 in the bank that week. That's some gas in your car. That's a couple Starbucks runs. You know, it's like, okay, well, $30. So one way, like the easiest way to get to Emerald would be to sign up your spouse, to sign up a controlled account. People sign up their mom, people sign up their sister, people get their friend to sign up. So I signed up John underneath me with a $40 coaching enrollment fee. I'm trying not to overwhelm you guys. If you guys want to block this out, you can totally block this out. But I know, Logan, you had some questions. And if I'm overwhelming you, seriously, just say la la la, because I don't want this to derail you guys. So John did not have to get set up with a complete pack. I was like, I'm not going to spend $160, $180 and get him another Beachbody On Demand. We don't need that. You can get started as a coach for $40. Okay, so I signed him up as a coach for $40, but I also have to keep his account active with personal volume. So as you're like shopping on Beachbody for like your Energize or your Shakeology, like you need a certain amount of volume to stay an active coach. We all stay active through having Shakeology Home Direct. Okay, it's 90 PV, really, really easy. And it just keeps on Home Direct and it just keeps shipping to us. We're a product of the products. That's what it is. So on his account, I don't care about hitting the 90 PV to like make Success Club ranks, because I don't care if he gets recognized for Success Club. So he just needs 50 points, 50 personal volume points. So we order Energize and Recover. Sometimes Beach Bar, sometimes Hydrate. I'll switch it up. But basically we order like the performance line through him. We drink everything. We're junkies. We're complete product junkies. We love everything. So I don't want you to feel like you have to shell out a ton of money and start buying all the things just to have this other account. If you're not there yet, that's okay. You can hit Emerald other ways. I'm telling you that this is one way that a lot of people get to Emerald, is if you're going to use more products, sign up a spouse account and order the products on that one. And I say spouse is just like a controlled account. And then the other coach that you would get would be a discount person, your friend who you're going to get to sign up with you. Sign them up as a coach. They don't have to coach. It would just be for the discounts. And then boom, you're Emerald. A lot of the times we will hold calls and we'll call them Emerald in 24 hours calls, because literally you could get a coach like the second that we sign up, and you could go sign up like your spouse, your boyfriend, your mom. And then your first client say, hey, I'm going to get you enrolled with the discount. I'll check back in with you before your next shipment, sends, to see if you want to stay with the discount or if you'd like to switch to a regular customer. Same price either way. Don't worry. And I have tons of scripts for that and tons of like help on like wording and how to do that. But it's really easy. That's probably just a lot of mumbo jumbo jargon, but did that
I
help?
think my only question, it did. No, my other question for that would be, so if I sign my boyfriend up, if you said you would already do it, it would be the $40, and then as a coach, we're already paying that $15 a month. Would he also have to pay that $15 a month? Okay, so it'd be $30 a month then. Okay.
Correct. Yeah, the business service fee, that would still apply. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. My biggest goal is for you guys, I know that you guys have different wants and dreams out of this and hopes, but my biggest thing is I want you guys to get your products paid for. That's like the coolest part of this is like when Beachbody like takes out my Shakeology and takes out these business fees, like I don't even feel it because I'm making money like on top of it. And so, if you have the goal, the bare minimum would be 3 people a month, you're making, your product price back. 3 to 5 should be the goal. But, I want our team to kind of shift their mindset of, I want to help as many people as I can. This is amazing, and not put like, so I see a lot of people, okay, I got my 3, and then they take like their foot off the gas pedal. And then the next month they have to rebuild. But if you just keep that momentum going, week after week, day after day, like you're never like taking your foot off the gas and you're just continuously helping people. And Carly, you're fine. It's just funny seeing two of you. All right, you guys, any other questions? Cool. All right. Well, if you haven't picked up, our team takes team boomerangs after calls. This call went like way longer. I appreciate you guys taking the time tonight. I know it was random and spontaneous, but I really appreciate it. I hope that this helped. I hope that you guys like feel ready, feel excited, feel a little nervous, because you should feel nervous because it's something new and you guys don't know what you're doing, but it's fun. And I hope that you guys are kind of feeling that like, okay, I can do this. one step at a time. But we love you, and we're here to support you in any way that we can. I don't know, I'm speaking for Shay and Taylor, but all right. And this is going to be crazy because there are two of Carly in here. So this is going to be really funny. All right. 1, 2, 3. Aw, cute, you guys. Thanks for hanging out. This is recorded. I will post